When the noticing mind becomes powerful, the thought or idea or the thinking mind stops by itself. When the noticing mind no longer has any objects to notice, it naturally goes back to the abdominal movement. In meditation retreat, you must not do any actions or movements quickly. Slow down on actions and movements as much as possible. Considerations from walking meditation or sitting meditation. You will come to know this for yourself as you go on noticing. You then will become convinced of an impermanence of such as phenomena. Later on, you will be subsist by suffering. The last step is to become convinced that all these psychological phenomena are occurring of their own accord following. Nobody will subject to anybody's control. The constitute no individual or ego entity, its non-self, on of impermanent, suffering, non-self, official calling as Anijjanupassyanana, Dukkhanupassyanana, Anattanupassyanana. The awareness from above of all, explained by contemplation of the body, contemplation of the feeling or sensation, contemplation of consciousness, contemplations of the mind object. Contemplations of the body means being mindful of any bodily process as it occurs. Contemplations of the feeling or sensation means being mindful of three types of feelings: Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Upekkha Vedana. Present feeling is called Sukha Vedana. Sukha means present, and Vedana is feeling or sensation. Unpresent feeling is called Dukkha Vedana. In Pali, the word Dukkha refers to unpresent. Neutral feeling is called Upekkha Vedana. When present feeling, unpresent feelings arises, the meditator must be mindful of the arising feeling. Some meditators think that unpresent feeling should not be observed. Actually, unpresent feelings must also be watched very attentively. If the meditator do not observe or watch the present or unpresent feeling, the meditator is sure to be attached to or repulsed by it. That attachment is known as tanha. Tanha arises as the desire for the present, and the cause and attachment is the effect. Contemplations of the consciousness means being mindful is not only the consciousness, but also the mental state that arises with the consciousness. Therefore, when you are conscious of feeling angry, you should note it as anger. When the noticing mind, through being mindful, has become powerful, the anger will stop. Then the meditator will realize that anger is not everlasting. It arises and passes away. It is impermanent. Contemplations of the mind object mean awareness of the rising of the five hindrances in the mind during meditation. Walking meditation and sitting meditation are means to mental development. It's the effort made by the meditator to understand correctly the natures of mental and physical phenomena taking place in his or her own body. Physical phenomena are the things of object, of which one clearly perceives within oneself, one's entire body. That one clearly perceives constitutes a group of material characteristics called rupa. Mind or mental phenomena are acts on consciousness or awareness called nama. These nama and rupa are clearly perceived to happen when they are seen, heard, smell, taste, touch, or thought of. She must be ourselves aware of this occurrence by observing them and noting as seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking. Every time one sees, hears, smells, tastes, touches, thinks, one should make a note of that fact. With every act of breathing, the abdomen rises and falls, which movement is always evident. It is the material characteristic known as the wind element, the elements of motion. She should begin by noticing this movement, which may be done by having the mind intently observing the abdomen. She will find the abdomen rising when you breathe in and falling when you breathe out. The rising should be not mentally as rising and falling as falling. If the movement is not evident from just noticing it mentally, try touching the abdomen with your palm. Do not alter the manners of the breathing. Neither slow it down nor make it faster. Do not breathe too vigorously either. Breathe steadily as usual. And note the risings and fallings of the abdomen as they occur. Note it mentally, not verbally. Practicing insight meditation, the name or saying doesn't matter. What really matters is to know or perceive it. While noticing the risings of the abdomen, do so from the beginning to the end of the movement, as if she is seeing it with your own eyes. Do the same with the falling movement. Notice the rising movement in such a way that your awareness of it currently with the movement itself. From the above, the explanation in depth of the word ing mean is only applied during the walking, standing, and seeing in meditation. It is not important in concentrate intently. The core of insight meditation is knowledge and awareness of the present moment. Ing should be maintained while she is in meditation, because completed inverting, as is the word standing or stand, is not the matter to realize. While she is moving in the moment, the gimmick is dependent on you to choose.